Hello beautiful people and welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, it's wonderful to have you, and if you're returning, it's great to see you again. So what you get in this video is my channeled message plus a page from the Angel Daily Guidance book and also a card from the Healing Oracle Love Deck. Now, before I get into this message, please note that this is a collective group message. What this means is channeling to everyone's energy, so it may not be you're aligned with you, and that's simply okay. Come back and visit me tomorrow where it may resonate more with what you need to know. Okay, so what is today's cat's message of the day? What is your why? Why do you get out of bed every day? Do you know your why? Or do you feel like the mouse on the wheel going round and round and not getting anywhere? Very repetitive life, yeah? Without clear and specific direction, how do you expect a different outcome? You know, it's really important to be specific. It's no different if I said to you, come and visit me. I'm in the Yarra Valley. That's a very broad directive. What you need in order to find me is the specific address. Much like your life. If there are things you want on your journey, then it's about being specific and really being clear on what it is you want. If you're one of the people watching this that isn't sure, you just get up every day and you just do the same thing. You go to work. It's almost like you're on autopilot. That has to be draining your energy and really impacting your emotional state. Like just getting up and doing the same shit every day. How monotonous, quite mundane. And, you know, when you look at it from that perspective, it's not surprising then that maybe you're just not feeling that good. You struggle to find happiness in life. If that sounds familiar, then from today moving forward, really find out what's going to bring you joy. Yeah? Okay. The definition of insanity, what is it, right? Doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting a different outcome. Those of you who aren't happy in your life, but you get up and do the same thing and nothing changes, you have no direction, you have no goals, you don't even know what you want, yet you may be sick of what your life is like. So what are you doing to change it? Only you can change it. And it takes one tiny step. I'm not talking about big leaps and bounds. It's about finding your why. And if you go straight to money, money is your why, dig deeper. What would you do with the money? What is the money for? The money, saying you want money, money is like saying I'm in the Yarra Valley. Very broad. What would you do with the money if you had it? Be specific. Because when you start to really get clarity about what you want in your life, and I'm not just talking about external materialistic things, what do you want for you? What do you want for you, personally and in your professional life? Is that enough? Like just wanting money, is that enough to get you out of bed every day? Maybe for a little while, but long term, maybe not. What is your passion and purpose? And a lot of people really do ask me a lot, how do I find that, Kat? And I go, start with bullet point forms and take note of things that catch your eye, conversations that you're interested in, things that are in your external world. You might see someone doing a particular activity, go, I'd love to try that, write it down. You know, and there are so many people out there that just want to help people. And I get that a lot. You know, a lot of my clients go, I just want to be happy and I just want to help people. I go, yeah, great. That's really broad. What does your happiness look like? What does it incorporate? What does it include? What are you doing when you're happy? All the activities. What does your life look like? Are you in a relationship or are you not in a relationship? What job do you have, or do you have your own business? You need to look at every area of your life. Because to say you're happy, shit, that's broad. Yeah. And in your professional life, if you've got a job and you're working and you're going, you know what, I'm sick. Sick to death of working. I don't want a job. Okay, then what do you want? If you don't want a job, don't focus on what you don't want. Focus on what you do. Because you've already got that. So you don't even need to invest any time in it. If you're at a job that you don't like, then what would you like to do? And if your answer is, I don't know, that's a cop-out. That's self-sabotage and it's wanting to keep you where you are. You do know, but it takes looking inward to find it. It takes time to invest to find it. Don't just accept, I don't know, and leave it at that. Why would you do that? You may not know in that moment. So then reflect, find things, look for things, do the research. What would really get you excited every day? What I do, absolutely, it's not work. I love what I do. I'm excited to get up. And that's in my professional world. I'm excited to get up in my personal life as well. For me, for my husband, why wouldn't I? Time is precious. I don't want to spend it sleeping. I want to embrace and enjoy all areas of my life. And it's taken me years to get to this point. And mate, there's no going back. So I want to share it with you. What is your passion and purpose? Do you want to help others? Now, if you go to that, then ask yourself, how do you want to help others? Then once you find that answer, then ask that answer, then ask more deeper. You can generally go 7 layers. Get specific. In what way? You may want to help people with body image. You may want to help people with weight. You may want to help people with fitness. You may want to help people with trading. You may want to help people with craft. It doesn't matter, but get specific. Because until you do, it's like, yeah, I want to help people. Yeah, great. Yeah, and? How are you going to work from that? It's a great start. It's a great foundation. And then we got to expand on that. Drill down by asking yourself questions. The more you ask why, the closer you will get to finding your purpose. And get specific. And it could be just in the form of bullet point. Just dot, 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 dot. Don't have to do elaborate writing. But now what's coming through is some of you watching this are absolutely struggling to get out of bed. And because for you, there's no reason. Why am I going to get out of bed? Oh, it's the same day, same shit. You are aware that you have the ability to change that, right? It's not easy. But I hope today, bringing this up, it gives you that little tiny boost to go, okay, now I've got a tool, now I've got awareness that it's going to take me to really look deeper. And if you cannot find it, go back, reflect back years ago. I don't know however many years. There was a time where you loved life and you got up and you were eager to start the day. What was leading you to start the day back then? Maybe that's a fire that you can reignite. Maybe bringing in walking, because walking gets those endorphins moving. They're like a happy pill, but a natural, organic happy pill. So maybe you need to start movement in order just to get you started before you start writing stuff down. You've just got to start. If you're not getting up till lunchtime and you're struggling to drag yourself out of bed, then let's start with bringing your time forward by half an hour. If it's 12 o'clock, you're getting up, and it may only be 15 minutes if that's all you feel you can manage. Baby steps. Don't allow the excuses. I will find another option. I will always come up with another option. Every time this wants to give you an excuse, I'll absolutely combat it. I'll come up with something else. I'll keep getting it to think and think and think until it tires itself out and you win. Even if it's 5 minutes. I'm not asking for much, I'm just asking for movement. A toe in the water. That's it. If you feel that this absolutely resonates, that you're getting up every day and you're feeling humdrum, that's the word. There's this sense of drain, I can feel it. How long do you want to live like that? There's an amazing life out there waiting for you. You've just got to choose to take it. And I absolutely respect it. It's not easy. Step. Tiny, tiny, tiny little step. Okay. What does the angel book have for us today? Beautiful message. Know that your future is safe. So those of you who may have fear and fear is keeping you where you are, this is reiterating that you're safe. Taking baby steps. That's all we're asking for you to start with, baby steps. So before I read this message, if you want to close your eyes, take a deep breath with me. Just so you can recenter yourself to absorb all the goodness in this message. As we angels peer into your future, we see many fulfilling, happy and meaningful moments in store for you. You have a number of alternative paths available to you. You have a number of alternative paths available to you. Including experiences with varying degrees of learning. You can guide yourself to the happiest course by staying in constant communication with us, giving us steady permission to assist you with everything. Breathe easy, relax, and let your guard down, because your future is safe. We won't disappoint you. Thought for today. I now relax completely about my future, knowing it is bright and safe. I am completely protected by divine or God and the angels now and in time to come. Everything will turn out all right, for I am watched over and sheltered. Now, for those of you who aren't into angels and not into divine or God and your analytical beings, trust in yourself. It's going to take you to trust you and to really identify what you want. And if you've got clarity and you have a plan, because you're analytical beings, so you need that real tangible plan, then create that. But it's going to take you time to sit with yourself and write it down. That takes time. And I'm not talking about meditation. I am purely talking about taking some deep breaths and just asking yourself out loud, what do I want? And if you can't come up with something, then go, what did I used to do? When I was a kid, what did I want to be? So you can go back to when you were a kid, see if you can find anything there. And if you couldn't find anything there, what was I interested in? What did I used to do? Work backwards, because you may find something and it triggers and go, yeah, I remember, I loved doing that. It might be that you choose to take a short course. There are so many short courses. It might be that you get on YouTube and you've got an interest, and so you go and watch YouTube videos. They cost nothing. I'm endeavouring to get balance in my life. So now what I'm currently doing is learning about the cricket machine, about cutting out things and everything like that. I'm just watching YouTube videos because crafting is something that I love to do, and I'm an upcycler, and I love, saving old things from landfill and doing them and painting and sawing, and that's my type of crafting. And so it's to create balance in my life, because I'm working and I have time with Jaron, but I also need that time that fills my heart with the bit of crafting, and I love making gifts for people rather than buy stuff. Because for me, it's the thought that counts and it's the effort that I've put into it. So find what is your thing. You will find it. It just may take you time, but you have to allow yourself that time to find it. And so I hope that I've given you tools of going back. Sometimes you've got to work backwards, yeah? So absolutely you are safe, and always know it within yourself, yeah? So feel it rather than think it. So if you're coming up, you analytical beings out there, if you're coming up and you're going, oh, what do I think I want to do? Hear that whole sentence? You're trying to find it from here. Go to your gut and go, what do I feel I'd love to do? What's going to fill my heart, my soul, my inner self? What I do every day fills me. I'm extremely blessed. And so for you, find what's going to fill you. So let's go to the card, and we've only got one today, which is wonderful. Miracles. When you find your why, miracles will happen. How can you get a miracle, or how can you receive a miracle if you don't even know what you want? That for me is logic. A miracle for me is something different than luck. I don't believe in luck, because to say to someone who's worked darn hard and they're reaping the rewards and, you know, everything is coming to fruition, for someone to say, oh, you're so lucky, what are you saying to them? You're actually saying, oh, you didn't do any hard work, you just got it. Things don't fall in people's laps. It's not about luck. So miracles do happen. However, you have to be very clear on what you want. Otherwise, how are you going to get the miracle? Until you find your why and get clarity about what you want in your life, how are you going to get a miracle? That's all I'm saying. And I love that. It's like there's the darkness here and it's looking towards the light. So for you, you're here. Some of you may be in the darkness right now and not seeing the bright future. It's there. You just have to choose to decide what future you want. How can you get it? Decide. Because then the miracles can start happening if that's... I'm getting for some of you that you are a miracle. And, oh, okay. You're needed. You're needed out in the world, but you have not found the clarity of self yet. You want to help people, but you've gone no further than that. You've not done any work, any research to identify exactly in which way you want to help people. The world needs you. The world needs more people to assist others. There's just not enough guidance out there, the right guidance. And so it's time. So let's read what Miracle has for us. Miracles. So before I read this, if you'd like to close your eyes with me, take a deep breath. Just so you can absorb all the words from this message. The challenges you face now are crucial to your future success. Sometimes things are tipped on their head so that a new perspective is visible. A cycle ends and a new one begins. And with a new beginning, a miracle unfolds. For you deserve to be and have what your soul desires. Life is a miracle and every moment is a blessing. Sometimes a moment is all it takes for everything to change for the better. Wow. So for some of you right now, you are enduring, I'm just getting the word dark days. Yeah, dark days. You feel like you're in a dark place. And you're struggling to move out of it. And this is absolutely saying that there are miracles But in order to move forward, you need to really identify in how you want to move forward. Where do you want to move forward to? I really am getting that there's a lack of vision, lack of, you're hoping, it's that definition of insanity. You're doing the same thing and hoping that it's going to change. You're setting an expectation for yourself. But in order for things to change, you need to change. You need to shift the way you're doing things in life. So stop and reflect. What are you doing differently? And it can start with one little thing. And what I keep getting is the time that you're getting out of bed. Some of you are struggling to get out of bed and you're getting up and you're just dragging yourself out. I'm feeling this really, ugh. And if that's you, then commit to yourself and promise yourself tomorrow you're going to get up 5 minutes earlier. 5 minutes. If you can do 15, great. If you can do half an hour, woohoo. Some of you get up on the alarm and you just get dressed and you're out the door. No breakfast, no morning tea, no morning coffee, no nothing. And your whole day starts off with you running. I'm getting this running. If you give yourself half an hour, you'll be able to take some deep breaths, and you may just be surprised how it shifts how you feel for the whole day. If you start off on the wrong foot, the whole day is going to be on the wrong foot. So it's so important that when you identify your why, you go, getting out of bed because I'm working towards this. It's about working towards something. And sometimes it takes longer than what we anticipate. I'm going through that right now. And all the cards keep coming up and saying, patience, Kat, patience. I've identified my why quite a while ago. And so I've been continuously growing and working towards it. And yeah, my destination may shift. I might choose to go down a different path, and that's okay. Because as we grow and evolve, our paths do change. And that's okay. On the proviso that you keep moving forward and you keep finding the clarity and getting the shift in the direction. That you don't just wander aimlessly. Because some of you, that's exactly what you're doing in life. You're just wandering aimlessly in the hope that it's going to work out. You have to take action. You have to have some sort of a plan, at least a guideline, some bullet points. I'm not speaking about specifics. So yeah, that's what's really coming in strong, that word aimlessly. Some of you are wandering aimlessly, or you think you know where you're going, but you really don't. So in essence, you're fibbing to yourself. So really get that clarity, because this will absolutely happen. Whatever it is you really want, it can happen. You may think it's a miracle, but I'm going, you're working towards it, so it's not. So honor yourself. Find your why. So I hope you've gained something little from today's video. Just something little. Do the exercises. They don't take long, and you can do them over a certain amount of time. There's no right or wrong with my guidance. And remember, everything I'm sharing is just from perspective. And I hope that it offers a perspective that you hadn't looked at before. I want to thank you for spending your time with me, as I absolutely respect your time is valuable. If you enjoyed today's video, please like the video, subscribe to my channel, and also click on the notifications bell. And please never forget that you matter. You matter. You are your most valuable asset, so invest in you every day. So for today, take care.